to high school basketball on Comcast. Tonight, we're at De La Salle High School as the Clayton Valley Eagles take on the De La Salle Spartans. Dan Wall and Steve Sanchez is always here on Comcast. Steve, first week of the BVL season, already a very important game.
Right.
Clayton Valley, the last time these two teams met, beat De La Salle to end their 50-game BVL League winning streak. Now tonight, though, without Drew Menez, their top player, John Delbenny's had to step up for the Eagles and take on more of a scoring load.
Well, not just Delbenny, well, Adam Carton, Travis Ford, and the whole gang had to come together, Dan, and so far they've done a pretty good job of it.
Yeah, they're 8-5 overall. De La Salle off to a fast start at 10-1. They have a very good scorer in Lincoln Gunn, number 22, and Coach Alaka really likes his game this year.
Well, you know, Dan, last year he was a shooter. Now he's an all-around game as a brute. And you know, with Coach Alaka, you got to play defense, and his defense has really stepped up.
That's right. This should be a great one in the first week of the league season. It's Clayton Valley and De La Salle here next on Comcast.
What is a coach? A teacher, a motivator, a leader, the person who sees your athletic potential and maximizes it, regardless of the sport. At Velocity Sports Performance, you train with a highly qualified coach every time you train. Your coach makes you work hard, but your coach makes you a better athlete. Train with a coach who knows. Velocity Sports Performance. Maximize your potential. We guarantee it.
For decades, Dolan's has been providing the finest quality name brands for new construction and home improvement. Superior names like Marvin, Anderson, Milgard, Posey, and more. But it's Dolan's low truckload pricing and tradition of superior customer service that makes this retailer preferred by builders, architects, and homeowners throughout the community. Visit your nearest Dolan's and discover how affordable the very best can be. And join Dolan's in supporting your local teams.
If you dump your oil, tempers boil, it ends up in the bay. Oh, smile, it's Oil Buster Camera. Don't want your oil to choke us, you're in focus, your neighbors just might say. Smile, it's Oil Buster Camera. Well, it's not fun to pay a big fine for polluting our water supply. No, it's not fun to talk to police as the neighbors walk on by. So now you're reeling, how's the wallet feeling? A big fine you're gonna pay. Smile, it's Oil Buster Camera. Smile, it's Oil Buster Camera.
Hi, I'm Rocco Vialli, and I'd like to welcome you to Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria here in Walnut Creek. Rocco's is a great place for family dining. In addition to serving the best pizza in the East Bay, Rocco's also serves many classic Italian pasta specialties. Make Rocco's your home for your next team party. Great pizza, great pasta, great people.
Rocco's!
A part of your community.
Tonight's Comcast Game of the Week is made possible in part by a generous donation from the 19th Hole Casino at West Tregallis Road. Established in 1967, the 19th Hole has been completely renovated. Open 7 days a week, they feature Texas Hold'em, No Bust 21 Blackjack, Lowball, High-Low Splits, Pai-Gow, and provide Keno and lottery sales. Every Tuesday and Wednesday beginning at 5:30 p.m., it's a no-limit Texas Hold'em shootout with winner-take-all. Friday and Saturday night is karaoke at 9 p.m., and Sunday at 9 a.m. is the NFL ticket on all the 14 TVs. And come play in the Sunday no-limit Texas Hold'em tournament. That's the 19th hole behind the post office in Antioch. There are two types of airsoft players, the well-equipped and the targets. GamePod Combat Airsoft provides one of the largest selections of airsoft inventory in the U.S. From beginners to advanced players, GamePod has it all, specializing in competition-grade airsoft guns and accessories, tactical gear, BDUs, hydration systems, accessories, night vision, and the all-new Raptor fast attack vehicles. GamePod, where the elite will meet. Brendan Theaters of Concord and Pittsburgh, featuring 14 screens of movie magic. All theaters have Lucasfilm THX digital sound systems and stadium-style seating. The prize wheel spins weekly with great prizes. The Prize Patrol, promotional events, and other activities happen monthly with great giveaways and prizes. Check out the Brendan Theater website for more information and great savings ideas. Enjoy the movie. Thanks again to all of our friends from the Comcast Game of the Week.
Get ready, Northern California. Mazay Pontiac Cadillac Buick GMC has a huge selection of new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Mazay invites you to experience our superior service and selection. Our new state-of-the-art facility and team of experts will make your car buying experience the best in the Bay Area.
Hi, I'm Matt Mazay. Whether it's a Cadillac Escalade or a GMC truck, I'll guarantee you the right car at the right price. Come by and see us today.
Discover the difference at Mazay Pontiac Cadillac Buick GMC in the Century Auto Plaza, Pittsburgh.
Looking for quality equipment rental with a helpful, friendly staff? Hertz Equipment Rental at Pacheco has over 4,100 pieces of reliable equipment to choose from, ready for delivery. Or if you're looking to purchase equipment, check out our pre-owned equipment sales list for super bargains on well-maintained pre-owned equipment. With Hertz, you have the right tool to get the job done. That's Hertz Equipment Rental at their new location, 30 South Buchanan Circle in Pacheco. Call Hertz today, 925-680-0316.
Back at De La Salle High School as we get ready for tonight's game. Both teams 1-0 in the BVL season, which started on Tuesday. De La Salle beat Freedom Tuesday night, and Clayton Valley beat Liberty. So they beat up on those Brentwood and Oakley teams, Steve. And we're going to have the national anthem here shortly in the starting lineup. So until then, we'll try to kill a little bit of time. I mentioned De La Salle was 10-1. They're actually 9-1 in the early season, 8-1 in the preseason. Had 3 wins in the Torrey Pines tournament over the holidays. Very impressive for them as always. And we're going to stand for the national anthem, and then we'll be back with the starting lineups.
Yes, we are going to stand.
Play our national anthem. The national anthem at De La Salle High School. Don't forget the Comcast Game of the Week is only seen here on your Comcast local origination channel.
Yeah, so if you have a dish, you're out.
It's over with.
It's over with.
Here's the starting lineup for the Eagles. Travis Ford at forward, number 22.
And he's really picked up the slack on scoring since Menez has been out, Dan.
Here's Christian Rojas, who has taken over some of the point guard duties.
Very quick.
Here's Adam Karp at 6'7", one of the bigger players in the league.
He's got a good presence down low on the post.
Here's Nick Tong, who's a good defensive player as well.
Absolutely. Coach Alaka would like to have him.
And John Del Benny, of course, a very famous family. Dad and uncle played at Ignacio Valley and LMC. His brother is now at LMC, played here last year. His sister now plays at Clayton Valley. So they must have some nice Thanksgiving pickup games in the driveway.
Well, I know you're close to him. You know him pretty good with the Benny, so.
Clayton Valley is coached by Troy Sullivan. Byron Dahl and Ted McDavitt are the assistant coaches for the Eagles. 8-5 overall, 7-5 in the preseason, 1-0 with that victory over Liberty.
And I want to thank Troy for spending some time with me today. He's a very nice guy, he really is.
And another nice guy is Coach Alaka, who spent some time with me on the phone and welcomed us here tonight.
Well,
I'm sorry, Dan, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say we've also added a game at Antioch will be here later in February, and we're going to see them. So that'll be a lot of fun. And
well,
there's Coach Alaco on the sideline with his army of assistants.
I consider him a very good friend. I've known Frank for quite a while, played basketball against him. He's the kind of guy you wanted to fight after he was watching you, but you'd want on your team because he could shut down anybody.
His assistants are Brian Sullivan, Jim Werlo, and Bob Hagler. And here's the starting lineup for the De La Salle Spartans, always a favorite in the North Coast section. Here's Justin Joyner. He runs the show.
And, you know, he's got good three-point range, and guess what? He plays defense, Dan.
They all do if you play for Coach Alaco. Marcus Schroeder. I doubt if you and I could have played for Coach Alaco.
No, we couldn't have. There's Schroeder. I think his brother played here, didn't he, too, also?
That might be a good call. Yeah. Here's Lincoln Gunn. We talked about him in the open. A great shooter and an all-around player for Coach Alaco.
Reminds me a little bit of Joe C., the way he shoots.
Here's Ethan Niedermeyer, a little bit of size up front alongside this guy, number 42, Chris Lynch, Steve.
And Niedermeyer, I talked to him before the game. I said hi, and he said hi. That was it.
That was it? It's all you get out of him?
That's all I got out of him.
That's why they have coaches.
Yeah, that's right.
So this should be a great one. The last time these two teams played, Clayton Valley won in overtime at Clayton Valley. I believe the score was 63-62. You don't forget stuff like that, Steve, because that was a 50-game winning streak that they ended. Of course, a lot of people were circling this game on the calendar because Clayton Valley has a great player in Drew Menez, but he is injured and not playing tonight due to an ankle injury. They expect to have him back next week. Let's take a look at the starters. You can kind of compare the years and the heights for each team. Del Benny, Tong, Ford, Rojas, and Karp for Troy Sullivan's Clayton Valley Eagles, and for De La Salle, the starting five that we just saw on the floor. Joyner, who is Joyner, Schroeder, Niedermeyer, Gunn, all being looked at to play at another level. Gunn is already committed to Princeton, which means that not only is he a great player, but he's a pretty smart cookie.
Is that one of them Ivy League teams back east?
Yes.
Okay.
I know we have to explain that stuff to you sometimes.
Well, Ivy League, that's like, I had no idea. I guess they wouldn't even let me rake the leaves in that front of that place.
That's a good point. Dave Bitar and Steve Kerpinski. There's Coach Sullivan on the bench. Clayton Valley in the visiting blue uniforms tonight with the white and red trim. And right off the bat, they win the tip, and they get the easy layup by Travis Ford to take a 2-0 lead. De La Salle in the home white uniforms. I think last year they wore a gray combo here, but tonight they're in the white with the green trim.
Can I ask a question, Dan? Are we in Moraga right now, or are we at De La Salle?
This is an exciting setting tonight. The Clayton Valley has brought a nice rooting section here tonight. And, of course, De La Salle always with a big crowd, pretty close to a sellout here tonight. This is Joyner as Clayton Valley comes out in a zone defense to start the ball game, a 2-3, excuse me. Here's Gunn with a long three, and it's no good. The rebound by Lynch inside. He's a load.
Real nice.
And he puts that one back in.
He got real nice position, Dan, on that offensive board. You always love to get an offensive board for a putback. That's a big plus for your offense.
De La Salle, as always, in a man. They very seldom play zone. And nice. There's a good overplay by Niedermeyer.
Niedermeyer, nice overplay, good defense.
There's Steve Kerpinski, one of our officials here tonight, who refereed our game last week against with the Carondelet, the sister school, who won that game, but then finished in the consolation bracket of Dave Jackson's tournament. Very successful tournament last week. So this is Rojas, who has kind of taken over the point guard duties. Del Benny, who had his brother to run around with last year, is now the shooting guard. This is Tong, who is guarded out high by Gunn.
Now look at this defense, the rotation they have, Dan, and stuff.
Del Benny forced to shoot as the shot clock goes down. Inside, I think that's a foul on Lynch as he held Karp.
Karp had real nice position right there. But you can see how Lynch could, you know, knock out a city block if he really wanted to.
He's a big boy.
He's a big young man.
Here's a replay of it underneath, and you can see him wrapped up with Karp inside.
Absolutely.
So the first personal on Lynch, first team foul early in the ball game, tied at 2 here tonight from Concord. And a nice defensive play by Lynch and a takeaway. Here comes De La Salle ahead, 3-on-3. Nice pass that time, and finished off nicely by Lincoln Gunn, their top scorer this year, 2-year starter, and heading to Princeton, as we mentioned. 4-2. If I cough a little tonight, Steve, I apologize. I've been down with the sniffles for the past week and just getting out of it right now. Thank God we didn't have a game for 9 days.
Well, I'll call you next week, let you know if I caught it.
Yeah, well, my wife did, and she's home in bed, so. And that's a blocking foul on Niedermeyer, as I believe that was Tong
who tried to go baseline. Actually, it was Rojas who tried to go baseline, and a sub early for De La Salle for Lynch. Number 11, Paul Romer. So they go a little smaller and a little quicker now with Romer, who's their sixth man. Brother Kyle played here years ago.
Great player.
Del Benny, a long three is no good, and the long rebound is pulled by Joyner. Joyner, who ran around with Theo Robertson very effectively last year, who's now at Cal, is running the show all by himself this year for the Spartans.
Yeah.
Last year also Joe DePaoli, Joe Aliotti, and Tim Pegnam, excuse me, were here and have moved on to greener pastures. Del Benny pulls the rebound of that missed shot. 4-2 De La Salle here. And Clayton Valley are really going to have to all pull together. Another defensive play.
All about defense.
Without Menez here, they're really going to have to pull together as a team, Steve, to be able to compete with the Spartans here in their own gym.
One thing when you play, go ahead, Dan, take the play-by-play. I don't want to get you into here. Here you go.
Here's Gunn on a drive.
They're going to get offense on
down
that.
the lane, offensive foul. Good position that time underneath, as it was Rojas, I think, who took that charge. It was here. First personal on Gunn. Third team foul already for the Spartans.
Yep.
And it's still 4-2. Pressure from about 3/4 on that possession as they get it across. Not a real tough press that time, but just kind of to interrupt their offense, Steve.
Travis Ford last trip down, thought he was kind of hacked at there. Go ahead, Dan.
Del Benny. And a rebound inside is pulled by Ford, and he's fouled. So now that is very uncharacteristic of De La Salle to have 4 fouls in the first 3 minutes and 12 seconds of this ball game. And Ford will go to the line as Lynch will return.
And Coach Alaco, he wasn't very happy with that whole situation. He just looked at the time of the clock.
And Ford gets a nice roll. He has all 3 points for the Eagles. So Lynch is in, and Niedermeyer will take a seat as they'll use I would assume early a 6-man rotation. And there's the 6th man tonight for the Eagles. They have a big crowd here.
And De La Salle's got a 6-man on the other side, so we'll be seeing some of them.
Ford misses that second, 4-3. So now Clayton Valley is in a man defense now after giving up a couple of easy buckets.
And it's a smothering defense early.
Good high D outside that you can pick it up like that, Steve. You can interrupt some of their plays.
Yep.
Here's Joyner. Romer will try a 3. It's no good. The rebound to Gunn. So De La Salle so far has missed a number of outside shots, but have gotten some nice rebounds. This is Romer inside, and it's kicked out of bounds off of an Eagle, and it'll be De La Salle ball.
I'd like to see the replay on that. I think it might have went off the big man from De La Salle. You can see the 6-man for Clayton Valley wasn't happy with that call.
Schroeder for 3, misses again. So they're off early, and Karp had the rebound. Romer, good hustle play to pull it away from the big man. So here's De La Salle now. We're about halfway through the first quarter, and it's just 4-3. So good defensive struggle so far, Steve.
I think Coach Alaka would like to go down low and try to force one right here.
Joyner will try a 3, and it's no good, and the rebound is pulled by Travis Ford. Ford having a good game so far. All the points for the Eagles, a couple of rebounds so far.
And so far, they're outside shooting. They're 0 for 5, Dan, from the outside right now, up on 3-point land there.
I know a lot of you are disappointed that we didn't get to see Drew Menez tonight, but we will do another Clayton Valley game in February against Deer Valley, and he should be back for that ball game. But we wanted to see Drew one more time before he heads off to UC Davis next year.
I talked to Coach Sullivan. They're expecting him back next week. He's been gone like 5 games. This was really a bad one. Bad spraying.
Del Benny tried to work a pick and roll and then double teamed nicely. Lynch forced the turnover. Romer ahead to Gunn, and Gunn left hand off the glass is good. Gunn has 4, and it's 6-3.
Real nice control of himself, driving to the basket, Dan. I think he hit the C button on the Madden thing and kind of exploded a little bit.
I tell you, a lot of what De La Salle does is predicated on their defense.
Yep.
They get a lot of points in transition, a lot of points off turnovers. You really have to watch yourself here. Number 11, Ryan Pfeiffer's in the ball game for Clayton Valley. This is Del Benny to Rojas. Rojas drives the lane.
That's an offensive.
I think they're going to call a block.
Ooh, okay.
I think he stepped into the lane at the last second there and did not give Rojas the 1 foot or the 1 step you need.
Let's see on a replay. Good call, Dan.
Well, it's kind of sideways.
Yeah, he was moving sideways into it.
That's the second foul on Romer. Brandon Smith and Ryan Silva. Smith is number 3, Silva's number 5. And Brendan Smith is a freshman, Steve, on the De La Salle roster. Silva, a junior. You can see Silva in our picture right now as Clayton Valley down by 3 points here with 2:37 to go, first quarter. Tries to control the ball here. Now De La Salle looks like they've fallen back into a 1-2-2 zone. So they actually do play a zone, Steve, which is not something you don't see that often.
Well, they'll do that. He'll mix it up back and forth. Right now, Coach Alaco is not very happy with what's going on.
Spartans number 42, Chris Lynch. Well, there's another foul, and that's a foul on Lynch. Don't forget Brentwood Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep. www.brentwooddodge.com. Go out there, get a great deal on the new cars.
The biggest little dealer in Northern California, Dan.
Is that what it is?
Well, yeah, it's kind of like Reno. That we're not allowed in no more, me and you.
Amongst many cities.
Many other cities.
We've been banned from.
Right.
The thing with here in this situation, 6 team fouls against De La Salle, none against Clayton Valley. The next will put them in a bonus situation in the first quarter, and that's got to concern Coach Alaco. Nice pass inside Carp, good defense, overplay. This is Ford.
Nice.
Ford is the ball game right now. It's 6-5, and Ford has all 5. So Clayton Valley proven here, at least in the first quarter, that they can stick around with the Spartans. They're not letting them pull away, playing good defense themselves.
Nice throw inside.
That was to Schroeder.
Good look.
Here's a 3 that's missed by the freshman Smith. The rebound on the floor and a battle for it underneath. It's Niedermeyer and one of the Eagles tied up underneath in there. That was Ford. Ford having a great game so far.
Yeah, and you know what, Dan? One thing about De La Salle, with all the local teams you'll see, when they don't have the ball, boy, their hands are real active around the ball. You know, that's just a smothering defense. Just because you lose the ball, you don't give up. You keep going after it 110%, and that's what he gets out of these kids. That's what he teaches.
Of course, Frank Alaco played for Digger Phelps and Era Parsegian.
Absolutely.
Amazing, and he's very close, especially to Coach Parsegian. He told me still communicates regularly with him as there's a foul. That's the first foul of the ball game against the Eagles.
And you know, Dan, he's going back in February with these guys to play a tournament in Jersey. I figured the Sopranos probably fixed him up, you know, Coach Alaco, and you know, he's
Vic Galley was probably involved in that.
Vic Galley could have been involved, you know, but yeah, he's going back. Be a great experience for these kids.
The foul was on Pfeiffer. Well, minute 27 to go, first quarter. 6-5 Spartans here. Our first league game so far after a couple of soccer games and last week's tournament game for you.
Yep.
Everyone back in school and back to work this week. There's Schroeder down the lane to the bucket.
That's what they needed to do. I'm sure Coach Alaco likes to see that, because sometimes that'll settle you down when you're not hitting from the outside. Go to the basket, get to the free throw line, or you get dividends like that.
There's the De La Salle crowd gathered tonight.
Oh, yeah.
A minute left here in the first period, 8-5 De La Salle. Clayton Valley with the ball. No one has really established an outside game yet. Ford will pull up and fire from 15, and there's a foul underneath. And it's on
De La Salle.
De La Salle again. Wow. And that's a bonus situation. The foul was on Brendan Smith. Don't forget Rocco's Ristorani and Pizzeria, voted best pizza in the East Bay. Ignacio Valley Road at Oak Grove Road. Thanks for tonight's crew meal, guys.
Absolutely.
The pepperoni pizza is spectacular.
And their minestrone soup is good, and their meatball sandwiches is good. And have you tried? There's Coach Alaco. There's a good shot of Frank. Well, I tell you, that guy was Mr. Clamp. He put the clamps on you when he played. I asked him, where'd you learn to play defense at? He goes, it's a secret, but it was in Jersey. He said, okay.
I really think that he belongs at another level.
Oh, well.
I really think he's qualified to be a major college coach.
Well, there's a lot of coaches at this school that could go to the other level.
Yeah.
But, you know, Dan, this is all about the kids. And, you know, I've always said to people, you really can't judge De La Salle. If you want to judge them, read the 2 books, When a Season Stands Tall and 2 Great Teams. And then let me tell you what you think about this school. I think everybody's got a little bit of De La Salle in them. And he makes both of them. But my son tells me, he goes, Dad, I love playing them because they make me compete. I want to compete against them, and that's great. That's what it's all about.
Pfeiffer hits both free throws, 8-7, 42 seconds to go, first quarter. So far, a real good one here. This is Smith, guarded by Pfeiffer. Schroeder comes out of the corner, double team.
They got to
back out on tight. Yep, Joyner. Joyner is guarded by Nick Tong out high. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Schroeder, and defensively, he misses on that.
You got to put it up.
And then Smith misses with 12 seconds to go. Clayton Valley could take the lead here, Steve, late in the first quarter. Here's Del Benny. Kick, Ford at the buzzer. Oh, and there's a foul, but I think it's underneath the big man, Matt Glazier.
Going the other way.
And
going the other way.
0.7 seconds to go first quarter. So unless there's a miracle, Steve, we'll go to the second quarter, 8-7 De La Salle. That's the second team foul on the Eagles and the first personal on Matt Glazier, the 6'9" senior who's in the ball game, who can match you muscle for muscle with Mr. Lynch.
Do you know Coach Alaco's career? He's averaged under 40 points a game and opponents against him.
Wow, that one almost went, but it doesn't. We finished one period tonight from Concord. The score, De La Salle 8, Clayton Valley 7. Come back for the second quarter after this on Comcast.
Air Systems Incorporated has been keeping Contra Costa cool and comfortable. With an expert crew of technicians and staff, let Fresky be your indoor comfort professionals. Our Lennox Signature home comfort systems are designed to deliver efficient and economical air and heat for your individual needs. Air conditioning to heating, duct cleaning to emergency service calls, Fresky has you covered. From the homeowner to the commercial world, Fresky Air Systems Incorporated. Reliable and trusted service since 1980.
For decades, Dolan's has been providing the finest quality name brands for new construction and home improvement. Superior names like Marvin, Anderson, Milgard, Posey, and more. But it's Dolan's low truckload pricing and tradition of superior customer service that makes this retailer preferred by builders, architects, and homeowners throughout the community. Visit your nearest Dolan's and discover how affordable the very best can be. And join Dolan's in supporting your local teams.
Back at De La Salle High School, Steve Sanchez with me here tonight alongside Matt Bolender, Dave Jackson on stats, our great Comcast crew. That was pretty typical of what you can expect from a De La Salle Clayton Valley game in 2006, don't you think, Steve?
Well, yeah, I think it was a typical, but I really think the Spartans kind of hurt themselves with their outside shooting, and things should change, but hats off to Clayton Valley for staying with them. A lot of times, Dan, at the beginning of the game, you've got to get over the mystique of De La Salle.
Pfeiffer is the only non-starter in the ball game right now for Clayton Valley, and most of the starters back out on the floor except for Lynch. Ryan Silva, number 5, is still out on the floor for the Spartans. Here as we start the second quarter, 8-7 De La Salle. Both teams 1-0 in the BVAL here in the first week of the season. Hey, how about the Antioch Panthers, Steve?
Oh boy, exciting, 12-1 this year.
Del Benny fires a long 3 and misses again. You know what's happening here, Steve? You're noticing now kind of a pattern. Long shots, big rebounds, and a lot of pushing going on underneath because guys are used to seeing these guys bury these shots, and it's not happening tonight.
That's a good point, Dan.
That foul was on Karp, the big postman for the Eagles, down low. His first personal third-team foul here on Clayton Valley. Man-to-man defense once again for Clayton.
Nice move.
Niedermeyer down the lane, no good. Karp tips, and then Karp pulls.
I love it when Coach Alaco wants to snap up his defense. He'll start pounding that foot. You'll hear it a mile away. I said, don't be pounding the foot too much tonight. He goes, I got a knee injury. I can't. I got to go the other leg.
Here's Ford, and that's a blocking foul on the way to the hoop. That's on Joyner. So Ford had 5 in the first quarter, and Pfeiffer had the other 2. Lincoln Gunn led the Spartans with 4. One thing that Coach Alaco told me yesterday about this team he really liked is they play together as a team. Right. It's his favorite team, really, and I'm sure he doesn't like to sit and just pick, I like this team better than others, but he said it is his favorite team to coach since the 2000 team, which won the state championship. And that's a tall order. That team, that's when you're talking about the Joe C's and the Charles Browns,
absolutely,
the Chris Schlatters and all the great players that went to school
I really
here.
liked that 2000 team. That was a fun team to watch. Good look. Deep
corner shot by Silva's no good. Del Benny in the land of the Giants. It's pulled by Lincoln Gunn.
Boy, Lincoln Gunn, he's a scrapper, ain't he, Dan?
Well, that's what he had said about him. Yeah, you know, here's a guy that was just a scorer.
Yeah.
And now he can rebound, he can play some defense, and he's become one of their team leaders. Here's Silva, tries to drive into that. What now looks like they went back into a zone, and that was a nice defensive play and a blocking foul on Del Benny.
Boy, I tell you what, that got De La Salle out of jail right there. They had about 3 seconds left on the shooting clock, Dan. So that's a big break for De La Salle. They get to start over.
See, for those of you watching, you youngsters out there, anytime if you don't have your entire body in front of the player and he comes around you like that, it's going to be a block. There's just no two ways around. Although some people think the contact indicates an offensive foul. It's not called that way.
Right.
Oh, nice pass right through the zone as Niedermeyer found a hole there and makes it 10-7. Don't forget next week, folks, a doubleheader for you right here on Comcast. The Acalanes Dons and their big man Jordan Fillmore.
Yep.
We'll have the boys and the girls games next week for you against Alhambra. And then a soccer week, and then a big game at the end of the month. Deer Valley girls against Carondelet and Jane Appel, who goes to school right next door.
And I see Bill Grish's daughter is playing for Alhambra.
Yes, she is. Brandy Miller's still there.
Bill Grish's from Pittsburgh High,
That's
one of the first original Larry Birds in the early 70s. Great player, good friend of mine.
Everyone's a good friend of yours, Steve. We all know you. You're the king. And then, now you talk about defense. 30 seconds and not one good look there. Fourth turnover for Clayton.
And you see him pointing to his head. Thank.
Keaton Grove, number 23, comes into the ball game for Ryan Pfeiffer.
But Dan, I think you made a good point.
Excuse me, Pfeiffer.
I think you made a good point, Dan. So far, it's been a perimeter game from the outside. Go ahead, Dan.
Don't forget Munich started at the Brennan Theaters this week. A great movie about the 1972 terrorist attacks and the aftermath of that. Steven Spielberg producing that one, and a great movie to see.
The back, number 5, Dan. That's who is 5, Dan?
Well, the 5 here is Ryan Silva. Yeah. You know, one thing about high school, Steve, a lot of the numbers, because they don't go so high, a lot of times the little guy on every team is number 5, so they all look alike.
Right. Well, there's Ryan Silva going over the back. I sit next to his mom earlier for the game. She goes, "You guys can't sit there. Those are our seats." And I said, "Well, Leslie, you want to call the game? I'll sit where you're at, and you can do this." She goes, "Are you kidding?" Great lady. Had fun talking to her for the
Grove
game.
misses the free throw, as we mentioned, in a bonus situation now for the rest of the first half. 10-7, 5:12 to go in the first half. This is Schroeder. Wide open is Silva for a 3, and no one can make a three-point shot tonight. Unbelievable. Must be the after-holiday jitters, Steve.
And you know the thing about it, they've had good open looks. The ball's just not falling from the outside right now. I think they're going to be fortunate they're up right now, but their defense, look at this. It's just...
It's stifling.
It is.
And if you're not used to it, it can be very frustrating.
It looks like, why can't they get through? Well, there's a good look.
And a miss from Tong from three-point range, but Clayton gets it back. Delbenny is on the bench right now, so can't look to him. Here's Ford.
That's an offensive.
Pushed off on his way to the, to the basket, and Joyner took the foul.
See what he did? He just shuffled his feet, got good position. See, Dan, you can't teach height and speed, but you can teach defense.
You can teach position. That's right. Absolutely.
That right there was the Alaco special. That was on the dinner menu tonight. Number 3. Shift and get in place.
10-7 still here. Very low scoring ball game.
But that's typical of a De La Salle game, you know.
I'll tell you, the team that starts hitting from three-point range is the team that could probably win this game. And Silva tries a 3, and finally, after all this time, almost 12 minutes into the ball game, Silva hits the first 3, and it's 13-7. And just like that, those threes kind of pile up, Steve.
Yep. I thought I was going to have to call 911 to Mrs. Silva next to me here. I thought she was having a heart attack. But that's what it's all about, watching your boy out there, Dan.
And there's a three-point shot.
Okay, here we go. Running to the Bulls.
Rojas, that's right.
Okay.
So we had nothing, and then within about 30 seconds, each team gets a 3, and it's 13-10. You know, last year, Clayton Valley was the, you didn't want to mention that name around here. They tied them in football. They beat them in basketball. Haven't been as successful this year, but we'll see here in tonight's game.
Overplay.
Here's Rojas. Can cut it to 1 with a hoop, and he'll pull it back out. That's a good play. His gun is a little bit bigger than he is.
Well, did you see how quick they got back on defense right there? Very good job. DeBenny made a good job at the other end, reaching in, Dan, for that steal.
Yeah, he's back in the ball game.
Well,
Tong had Grove open, but Grove was cutting to the bucket and throws that ball out of bounds.
Well, on the wing, he was open, Dan, and he had a back door. They just kind of miscommunicated, and you know how the head fake does.
I'm sorry, Steve. Brendan Smith is back in the game, number 3, and also for the first time tonight for the Spartans, Rob Frank, number 10. Wanted to make sure we identified him in the game. 13-10, De La Salle, 2:50 to go first half. This guy kind of looks like Charles Brown, Brendan Smith, doesn't he? And there's another 3. So 2 in a row for the Spartans. Joyner, his first bucket, and he has a 3, and it's 16-10. So what did I say? And then just like that, you know, every once in a while I get one right.
I like Joyner's release, smooth. Looks like Keith Wilkes. You remember Keith Wilkes? His son's playing for Caledine now.
That's right. Omar, isn't it? Something like that?
I don't know, Mr. Wilkes.
Mr. Wilkes, okay.
Yeah.
Nice rotation by Clayton. Here's Del Benny. Always looks like he's had 2 or 3 extra cappuccinos. That would have been over the back. A good non-call that time as Gunn gets the rebound, and De La Salle can take their biggest lead of the night here. They lead by 6. Joyner hits this. They'd have a 9-point lead. It rattles around in and out.
Nice
Gunn pulls the rebound.
Nice rebound by Gunn. Set it up. There you go.
Back out on top. This is Schroeder. Schroeder with just 1 bucket tonight. Gunn will try a 3. That rattles out. This is not supposed to happen to you on your home court, Steve.
No. But you know what? They're not shooting very well. They're up by 6.
Minute 38 to go in the first half. 16-10, De La Salle. This is Karp out a high post. Rojas controls and then back out to Karp. Looking for a cutter. There's nothing there. They'll run the offense. Tong. I'll tell you, the defense, even from the freshman, from Smith, who's only played a couple of varsity games, is stifling. 4 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to fire up a 3. It doesn't go, and underneath, a great rebound by Gunn.
Well, I tell you, I watched Gunn when the ball was in the air. What great positioning, Dan.
5 rebounds for Gunn.
There's the De La Salle cheerleaders from Carondelet across the street. Leslie Runsler, she's an advisor for them girls, Dan. Got to mention the cheerleaders are a big part of high school sports.
Schroeder will try a 3, and that rattles in and out. Man, that's 3 in a row. They could have a 12-point lead with just a tiny tweak on those rims.
I guarantee you, Joey Aliotti will be on a ladder loosening them things up when this game's over. You watch.
He might turn the lights out at halftime.
You watch. You come here at 11 o'clock, Joey Aliotti will be in a ladder. I don't like they're too tight.
25 seconds to go, 10 on the shot clock, so De La Salle should get 1 more possession here. This is Del Benny, who's been shut down. A layup is no good. Frank pulls the rebound. A lot of contact there. Yep. The possession arrow is to De La Salle.
Hey, Dan, let's give a little bit of credit to Clayton Valley. They've been playing some good defense also. Even though they've had some good open 3s, besides that, everything down low, they've been battling. They've really been battling. Look at this. Look at DeBenny. Yeah, he's going. There's Terry Edson.
Yep, there's Terry Edson, the athletic director here and the defensive coordinator on the great football squad here. 12 seconds to go, first half, 6-point lead, De La Salle. Should be the last possession here, the first half. This is Joyner, guarded by Del Benny. Now in the corner at the buzzer, no good. So even though neither team really lit it up from the outside, Steve, and Clayton Valley didn't score well at all, they're down just by 6 at halftime. It's 16-10. Come back and we'll recap the first half with scores and highlights for you after this on Comcast.
Hi, I'm Rocco Bialy, and I'd like to welcome you to Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria here in Walnut Creek. Rocco's is a great place for family dining. In addition to serving the best pizza in the East Bay, Rocco's also serves many classic Italian pasta specialties. Make Rocco's your home for your next team party.
Great pizza, great pasta,
great people. Rocco's, a part of your community.
Tonight's Comcast Game of the Week is made possible in part by a generous donation from the 19th Hole Casino at West Tregallis Road. Established in 1967, the 19th Hole has been completely renovated. Open 7 days a week, they feature Texas Hold'em, No Bust 21 Blackjack, Lowball, High-Low Splits, Pai Gow, and provide Keno and lottery sales. Every Tuesday and Wednesday beginning at 5:30 p.m., it's a no-limit Texas Hold'em shootout with winner-take-all. Friday and Saturday night is karaoke at 9 p.m., and Sunday at 9 a.m. is the NFL ticket on all the 14 TVs. And come play in the Sunday no-limit Texas Hold'em tournament. That's the 19th hole behind the post office in Antioch. There are 2 types of airsoft players, the well-equipped and the targets. GamePod Combat Airsoft provides one of the largest selections of airsoft inventory in the U.S. From beginners to advanced players, GamePod has it all, specializing in competition-grade airsoft guns and accessories, tactical gear, BDUs, hydration systems, accessories, night vision, and the all-new Raptor Fast Attack vehicles. GamePod, where the elite will meet. Brendan Theaters of Concord and Pittsburgh, featuring 14 screens of movie magic. All theaters have Lucasfilm THX digital sound systems and stadium-style seating. The prize wheel spins weekly with great prizes. The Prize Patrol, promotional events, and other activities happen monthly with great giveaways and prizes. Check out the Brendan Theater website for more information and great savings ideas. Enjoy the movie. Thanks again to all of our friends from the Comcast Game of the Week.
I got one, I got one.
Quick, reel it in.
Hey, look, it's already marinated.
No, it's dead and it's covered with oil and grime. And you don't marinate fish.
It's dead, but why?
Because of that guy. He's dumping his used oil and filter on the ground next to the Delta.
Look, here comes Mr. Funnelhead to save the Delta. No, the world.
Hey, stop that! Don't you know that by dumping your used oil and filters into the Delta, you're destroying our water supply? Too many gallons of used oil and sewage have already contaminated our waters. And even though the average used oil filter looks empty, it still contains up to a cup of used motor oil. Take your used oil and filters to a certified used oil recycling center where they can properly recycle the oil and filter for a better tomorrow. Call 1-800-NO-DUMPING or check out our website at www.funnelhead.com.
Back at De La Salle High School, the halftime score, the Spartans 16 and the Clayton Valley Eagles 10. Steve, in the first half, it was typical De La Salle basketball, except for the fact they couldn't hit a three.
No, they really couldn't, Dan. They're outside shooting from three-point land. They were like 2 for 12, I think it was. I could talk to Dave Jackson, but he wouldn't know. But anyway, look at that score. You think, was it first quarter or what? That is halftime, folks, 60-10. And, you know, one thing you can always count on with De La Salle is the defense. But the Eagles have been playing pretty good defense. It's a perimeter game, Dan, just like you said. And I think the key is whoever hits the shots in the second half got the best half chance to win. This is an easy one to figure out. Whoever shoots better.
Scoring in the first half, Gunn 4 points to lead De La Salle, 3 for Silva and Joyner, 2 each for Schroeder, Niedermeyer, and Lynch. 5 points for Travis Ford, the leading scorer in the ball game, 3 for Rojas, and 2 for Pfeiffer off the bench. That's it, 16-10, yeah. Steve. We'll be back. We're going to take you out with some highlights from the first half, and we'll be back with the third quarter after this on Comcast.
Quality equipment rental with a helpful, friendly staff. Hertz Equipment Rental of Pacheco has over 4,100 pieces of reliable equipment to choose from, ready for delivery. Or if you're looking to purchase equipment, check out our pre-owned equipment sales list for super bargains on well-maintained pre-owned equipment. With Hertz, you have the right tool to get the job done. That's Hertz Equipment Rental at their new location, 30 South Buchanan Circle in Pacheco. Call Hertz today, 925-680-0316.
It doesn't matter what sport you play. It doesn't matter what position you play. It doesn't matter whether you're turning pro or just starting out. It doesn't even matter how old you are. If you want to maximize your potential, you need Velocity Sports Performance. Velocity Sports Performance. Maximize your potential. We guarantee it.
Is your laptop or home computer driving you crazy? Paramount Technology of Concord has the answers. Located behind Tower Records in Concord, Paramount Technology has it all. Quick in-house laptop repair and servicing, mobile computer service calls, and great customer service for those wishing to have a computer made to your specifications. Your computer wizards with expert service and products for today's computer world. That's Paramount Technology of Concord at 1252 Diamond Boulevard in Concord, the computer wizards of Contra Costa.
Hi, I'm Rocco Vialli, and I'd like to welcome you to Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria here in Walnut Creek. Rocco's is a great place for family dining. In addition to serving the best pizza in the East Bay, Rocco's also serves many classic Italian pasta specialties. Make Rocco's your home for your next team party. Great pizza, great pasta, great people. Rocco's! A part of your community.
Welcome to Clayton Mind and Body Connections, located in charming downtown Clayton, California. Our massage therapists have combined experience of over 25 years. We offer a variety of body treatments to detoxify and soften the skin and to de-stress and deeply relax the whole person. Our esthetician offers a selection of facials that address various skin needs from deep cleansing to acne control. A touch of Napa in Clayton.
Back at De La Salle High School, about 2:45 left on the halftime clock, and we're going to talk about a few things, show you some interesting things going on here at the game. Here's a shot for you. That's the Del Benny section up there. That's the two Del Bennys. I know one is Joe. I think the other's John, perhaps. But they played at Ignacio Valley, also at LMC. You know, they played with Lester Connor. Remember when Lester Connor was at LMC, Steve?
Oh,
back
absolutely.
I was the sports editor of the newspaper back then, and I covered all their games. And they look pretty good.
Oh,
25 years down the line.
I mean, you look at me and you, we're about the same age. They look really good.
That's Derek Landry.
That is Derek Landry, Notre Dame this year. And
just got through playing in the Fiesta Bowl.
Yes, he did.
And here at De La Salle High School, great player, part of that streak. Don't forget to purchase your copy of this game or any game that we've ever brought to you here on Comcast. $25 for a DVD or tape, shipping courtesy of UPS included. You can email us at gameoftheweek@comcast.net or call 933-6264.
And you know, folks, we really like you to buy these tapes because it helps contribute to us putting on the program. Go ahead, Dan.
Now here's our schedule. We made a couple more changes, but I think we're tweaking it to where this is a really good schedule. I like what I see now. Next week, Acalanes at Alhambra, boys and girls doubleheader, and then a soccer game the week of the 19th right here at De La Salle with Clayton Valley. On the 27th, we'll show you the Deer Valley girls, who a lot of people think have the talent to run with Carondelet this year. A girls game. The next week, that's a soccer game, Antioch at De La Salle. Then on the 9th, Deer Valley, who's very good, although they had a horrible game against Foothill the other night. They're playing their first league game tonight at Clayton Valley. Antioch at De La Salle. Hey, Antioch's 12-1. If they're good, well, guess what? We're going to throw them right into the fire against the De La Salle Spartans here. If they can beat them here, they're for real.
Well, Dan, I'll tell you what, at 12-1, they're for real anyway, whether they win or not. And I'll tell you what, one thing about that team, they fear nobody. They come out, they're not intimidated of nobody. Drew Torres has done a great job with that Antioch High School team. And everybody in the league knows it.
And then we'll finish it with one of the great rivalry games going, as there's the 6 men tonight from De La Salle High School. Monte Vista at San Ramon. Last year, we couldn't even get into the gym.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Brandon Adams at San Ramon, and of course, Corey Higgins at Monte Vista, the son of Rod Higgins. And that'll be a great one, and then we'll bring you some playoff games. And there's the 6th men section tonight at Clayton Valley High School. That's a look.
Well, you got to love the kid, that's all.
He's into it.
He's into it, man. He's glad to be alive.
And we're ready to go here, second half, 16-10, De La Salle, Clayton Valley with the inbound. Del Benny out there, number 5, with Tong, Karp, Rojas, and Ford, the starters for the Eagles. And a foul, just like that.
Yeah.
And the starters are back out on the floor for Francolaco Spartans. Joyner, number 12, at the point with Schroeder, Lynch, Niedermeyer, and Gunn.
And you know, Laco's going to talk to Niedermeyer. Go, why do you got to reach over like that? You don't have to do that. You know, come on now, son. There's nothing that Frank doesn't miss. That's what he's just. I really enjoy his coaching. I used to hate it when he played against me, though. I'd want to beat him. Like I said, he'd get you so mad. But I don't know where he learned it from, but there's a good look at Joyner.
Nice defensive play that time by Joyner inside. But that was the second foul on Niedermeyer. You know, Coach Alaco, I believe the stat is, Steve, he's the only man to ever coach 2 different teams to state championships. Here at De La Salle and down the street at Northgate.
That's a fact.
And it might be the only man in history to ever coach 2 schools on the same road. Or very close to the same road.
Right. That's Clayton Valley's ball. No?
Yeah, they did. It's a Blues ball out of bounds.
No, wrong.
Oh, I thought they did give it to.
I thought they did, too.
I thought he said blue.
I thought he said blue, too. Might have wanted to give a double head fake right there, try to get him up in the air, but tried to power his move.
1 minute into the third quarter. And a 6-point lead for De La Salle. That's the biggest lead of the ballgame. Here's Joyner.
Look at that hop.
Nice hop. Off the glass, no good. Karp the rebound. Karp had 3 rebounds in the first half. That's his 4th. 5 rebounds for Gunn, the leading rebounder in the first half for the Spartans. Dave Jackson on stats tonight, as always.
Oh, I don't know. Well.
I think that's a blocking foul on Niedermeyer, and if it is, it's his 3rd.
He's going to have to come and have a little seat.
And
Dave Jackson informs that.
Yep, Romer's coming in, number 11.
And Coach Alaco's having a little session with him before he goes and sits on the bench. He doesn't got to say a whole lot.
Not usually.
He says, you're not going to play if you play like that. How's that?
That's what they used to say to me.
Yeah. You know, they say with you, give me the ball. Can I try to shoot once?
They can take that ball into the backcourt after the foul. De La Salle, 2-3 zone. Del Benny will try a 3. It would be his first, and it is.
Yep.
That's his first basket of the night. Everyone that's hit a 3, Steve, has hit the 3 as their first points.
Yeah.
Joyner did it, Silva did it, and now Del Benny, 16-13. Clayton Valley is in a zone as well.
Nice look.
Nice pass inside
nice
to
look.
Lynch. Yep. Lynch with the bucket, has 4.
They rotated over on Joyner. Joyner saw the Lynch cutting. Beautiful play. Coach loves to see that.
Del Benny will try another 3. Misses that one. The rebound tipped and then pulled by Gunn. Gunn very tenacious underneath.
Oh, I like him. I like
He's
his game.
Good defensive player. And here's a takeaway.
Yep.
And I think they're going to call that.
Personal foul called on the Eagles, number 22.
It's on Ford.
Yeah.
I think De La Salle thought they were going to call it on Joyner.
And I looked at Coach Alaco and he said, take care of the ball.
See, the only reason I don't like that call, there was contact, but it was simultaneous contact. I think they should have just let that one go. Joyner drains the 3, his 2nd.
Yep.
That's his 2nd.
21-13. And timeout, Clayton Valley, a 20-second timeout with 5:20 to go, third quarter. Let's say hi to some of the great friends of the program here on the Comcast Game of the Week. Also, don't forget, you can now visit gameofweek.com.
Really?
Yes, we have our own website, Steve.
Will I be in there at all?
There'll be like a small photo.
Okay, that's good. I don't want a whole lot.
With the circles with the slash through it.
Okay, that's good, Dan. Go ahead, buddy.
You can visit our website for schedule highlights, news, and more. We're going to try to update you on the game that we've done and the game that's coming each week. So
now, when you say update you mean me?
Update the audience.
Oh, I didn't. Okay. Okay.
Comcast Game of the Week brought to you by these great friends of the program, Rocco's Ristorani and Pizzeria in Walnut Creek, Contra Costa Clean Water Program, and Mr. Funnelhead. Brennan Theaters, we mentioned Munich, also Hostel. That's supposed to be a wild one.
Don't go watch that, you'll have nightmares.
And Hertz Equipment Rental in Pacheco. Also Dolan's Lumber, Doors, and Windows. 2 locations in Concord and in, I believe, Pleasant Hills, the second
There's
location.
one in Pleasant here, Dolan's. They do a great job there. John DeBenny works at Dolan's. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
No, yeah, I knew that.
My dad goes and gets all my lumber for me. He's my carpenter around the house. I need a lot of help with that stuff, Steve.
Yeah, me too.
After the timeout, 8-point lead for De La Salle, their biggest lead of the night. And once again, just great. You never see him take a possession off on defense.
No.
It just doesn't happen. Rojas will fire as the shot clock goes off, and that's it. Another 30-second possession that goes nowhere.
Hey, Dan, I had the great privilege to meet Mr. and Mrs. Michael Alaco. They're from New Providence, and they're down here. They've been here for the holidays. A couple of great people. Privileged to meet them. Look at that.
Look at that. Unbelievable. Beautiful.
Boy, he's just really opening his vision up and looking down before he shoots. You know what the thing is with Clayton Valley? Do this play, Dan. I want to mention something when you're done.
You usually do.
Okay. Here we go. Go ahead, Dan.
Del Benny, guarded by Schroeder. Good double team. On top, Tong. Clayton Valley, once again, they just can't get a lot of open looks in this. Ford will force a shot. Runner, good, nice play.
I took to heart what you said, Dan. I've noticed they really don't have no low-down plays they can go to, Clayton Valley.
Right.
You know, there's nobody down there to even throw the ball to. They're just kind of doing flipping it out on the perimeter.
Well, without Menez, and remember from last year, Cameron Dyson they had, and Isaacson, who was supposed to play, Eric Isaacson, transferred out to Modesto Christian, and there's a putback by Lynch and a foul, and they can go up by 11 if he hits this free throw.
Lynch has got to be careful. He starts giving somebody the chest and hitting, he's going to hurt somebody. Could you imagine him in your pantry getting some food?
I have nightmares imagining you in my pantry getting some food.
Look at this young man. Real strong move. Nice head fake, like I said last time. I thought he should have done that.
Makes the free throw. He has 7, and he's the leading scorer for the Spartans. 26-15, De La Salle with 3:39 to go, third quarter. Here's Del Benny, one-on-one with Schroeder, nearly loses the handle on it. Rojas back out on top. Well, I'll tell you the problem, this won't happen every night in this league, but Karp can't get open on Lynch.
Offensive.
And an offensive foul.
And Lynch is just, right now, he's just saying, okay, enough of this madness.
Karp can't get open. I watched that whole play underneath. Karp just doesn't have that frame, that strength to get away. And now look at Lynch come over and take the charge by Ford.
Now he got his whole body in front of him, which is saying a lot. You know, he got his whole body and he took that, and that's a great play.
Ford now with 3 personal fouls in the ball game.
They got to be careful here because
yeah, they hung around for the first half, and they made that 3 that cut it to 3. Since then, they've been outscored 10-2. Here's Schroeder. This is Romer. Baseline to the bucket.
Nice. Boy, just did a nice stutter step. Dan got him in the air. Little herky jerk on the baseline. You got to like that, baby. Dig my towel.
28-15.
Can I do that type by towel?
You can do a little.
Okay.
Here's Del Benny, a drive, and that's a block. And that'll count. That was a nice play. Joyner came in late after he was in the air. Got the roll and the foul, and he'll have a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. He earned that, Dan.
And there's the Del Benny section.
Yeah, you need doors. Go see those guys up in the section over there.
Second personal on Joyner. Anyway, I mentioned, Steve, you remember Eric Isaacson? He was a shooter last year. And he went to Modesto Christian, so he's not here as well. Don't forget, on your way to Modesto, you can stop at Brentwood Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep.
Absolutely.
www.brentwooddodge.com. Highway 4 in Brentwood, open every day and every evening.
And Dan, I'll tell you what, I love coming over and doing De La Salle games. A lot of people say, oh, you got to suck up. No, I'm telling you, everybody should be proud of this school right here. They put out so many good kids. And while we're on the subject, I'll let you call this, Dan.
Del Benny makes the free throw. He has 6.
Wednesday night, 7 o'clock in the gym, Mike. They're having, Dan, they're having a memorial for Mike Bassinelli here. So all you people on the weekend watching it are listening to this Wednesday night, 7 o'clock here at De La Salle. Great guy. You knew I knew him well.
28-18, 10-point Spartan lead underneath the Frank, who's in the game.
Nice.
He makes it, and he's fouled.
And right now, Dan, what I've really been impressed with Joyner, he's making that extra pass before he goes to the hoop. You know, now watch this, Dan. Now he can, look at that. No look, just bounce it on the floor. Coach loves seeing that.
Fouls on Karp, his 3rd. That was Frank's first bucket of the night.
Easy bucket.
And Frank makes the free throw. He has 3. Glazier in the ball game for Karp on the for the Eagles. Also number 11, Ryan Pfeiffer in the ball game with Del Benny. Karp still in there actually with 3 fouls. Glazier is in the ball game though.
And for the first time today, they went to the full court press, Dan, on that inbound. Let's see how long they stay with that.
Joyner, nice overplay and a steal. 13-point lead for De La Salle. Here's Schroeder. 8 turnovers for Clayton Valley tonight. Romer fires a long 3. No good. Long rebound. Tipped. and pulled by one of the smallest guys, Ryan Silva, but I think he was out of bounds.
Yep, that's what they're going to call on the baseline.
Right now, Steve, you know, in the Contra Costa Times poll, De La Salle is 1. Clayton's fallen out of that a little bit. As there's a look at it. I think maybe his tippity toes was on the line.
Let him play.
In the preseason kind of preview, De La Salle was picked to win the league, and Clayton was picked in 3rd behind Deer Valley. But this was also picked as a top 5 game, and so we're trying to bring you some of the best games. This is one of them. The Carondelet Deer Valley girls game is also picked as one of the top games of the year. So we'll have some good games for you this year.
The Times does a great job on high school sports, yeah. Look at this.
Another overplay, steal by Silva. Ahead to Frank, 1-on-2, and Frank to the bucket, and an offensive foul as he ran over, and I mean ran over, Christian Rojas.
Offensive foul. Rob Frank.
You know, I don't really think that you can get on a kid for a play like that, though. That's a hustle play, going all out, and just trying to do what you can. You got a 1-on-2. It's hard to throw the ball when there's no one with you.
You know, I think what Coach Alaco tries to make the point of, when there's a guy there one-on-one, pull it out, set it up. I mean, you know, you don't need to. He forced the issues what he did. He didn't need to do that, and it's just a teaching thing that he does.
The only thing about that play, Steve, is after the play you're right now, a full court press, is that another ref might have called that a block. So that's one of those ones that could have went either way. They break it, and now Del Benny in the corner, down by 13 here. They're going to have to make a little run here, Steve, if they're going to get back in this. Del Benny misses a 3 and a foul underneath.
They're going to charge number 11.
It's on Romer. It was a pair of 11s, Steve.
Yeah.
Which I don't think you can have that hand, because that'd be 2 aces and you'd be out, right? So you need an ace and a 10. Is that true?
Absolutely.
You're good at that stuff.
Oh yeah.
3rd foul on Romer.
I used to run around with Art Schleisinger. You know, I know about that gambling stuff.
Yes.
It's no good. Stay away from it, kids. Look at this.
Yep, out on top. Del Benny down the lane to the bucket over Lynch. Uses the glass, and there's a foul. And it's on, I believe, Schroeder. So once again, De La Salle in foul trouble.
Yep.
Even though they're comfortably ahead and really have I think, had the better of play here in this ball game. Don't forget Velocity Sports Performance in Concord, another great friend of the program, where you can train all your young athletes. 46 seconds to go. New shot clock, Steve.
My godson, Aaron Miles, for the St. Louis Cardinals, goes there and works out, Dan. Here you go.
And Fresh Air Systems, residential, commercial, industrial. Give them a call. Here's Del Benny. Once again, the defense is, they'd play defense if they played 8 quarters, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Double team.
Look at this. Look at this.
Piper's in trouble. Tied up by Schroeder. Taken away. Kicked by Gunn. Ahead to Silva. That kick didn't matter because it was inconsequential.
Now, see, that's what Coach Alaco likes to see. Set it up. You know, you don't have numbers. Set it up, and let's get something going on the offensive end.
12 seconds to go. 3rd quarter. Swing a pass all the way over to Joyner. Back far corner, Silva. Silva will drive. Back out on top, Joyner. Joyner a 3. No good. Long rebound pulled at the buzzer. That'll do it for the 3rd quarter. We played 3 quarters from De La Salle High School. The Spartans lead 31-18. We'll be back with the 4th quarter after this on Comcast.
Since 1980, Fresky Air Systems Incorporated has been keeping Contra Costa cool and comfortable. With an expert crew of technicians and staff, let Fresky be your indoor comfort professionals. Our Lennox Signature home comfort systems are designed to deliver efficient and economical air and heat for your individual needs. Air conditioning to heating, duct cleaning to emergency service calls, Fresky has you covered. From the homeowner to the commercial world, Fresky Air Systems Incorporated. Reliable and trusted service since 1980.
What is a coach? A teacher, a motivator, a leader, the person who sees your athletic potential and maximizes it, regardless of the sport. At Velocity Sports Performance, you train with a highly qualified coach every time you train. Your coach makes you work hard, but your coach makes you a better athlete. Train with a coach who knows. Velocity Sports Performance. Maximize your potential. We guarantee it.
Back at De La Salle High School, start of the fourth quarter. 7 points for Lynch, leads the Spartans. 7 points for Travis Ford, leads the Eagles. Very low-scoring game, very defensive game tonight, Steve. But De La Salle in that period, 15-10, outscored the Clayton Valley Eagles. And so we got a few more points on the board there in the third.
Well, when you've played 3 quarters and you've given up your opponent 18, you're doing a good job.
Gunn misses the shot, and then the foul, I believe, is on Gunn. Unless they called it on Carp.
No, they got it on Gunn.
No, it's on Carp.
Oh, okay, my bad. Like I said, it's on Carp.
Yeah.
It's a 15 foul.
Fourth foul on Carp and the 5th team foul.
In the game now for the Eagles, number 42, Terrell Woodall.
Terrell Woodall, number 42, with the league leader in hair so far tonight.
Yes, he is.
Paramount Technology, located behind Tower Records. The Computer Wizards, give them a call at 825-4046. Here's Niedermeyer inside to Joyner. Nice pass as Lynch comes baseline and scores. He has 9.
Every time Joyner goes into the middle of the paint, they have guys breaking on the wings. It's open every single time.
It's a beautiful thing to watch. There's another near turnover, but Rojas comes back, and now ahead 3-on-1, Del Benny. And that's Ford, and Ford misses underneath Del Benny. The putback is good. Del Benny now with 8, the leading scorer for Clayton, and it's 33-20. But Clayton, I think their only hope in this ball game, Steve, is they got to get a couple of threes and get right back at it. They just can't keep toying around down by 13. They'll never catch up in this game. Not with the defense at De La Salle.
Del Benny in the land of the Giants.
Schroeder, a long 3, no good. Nice rebound by Tong inside. Tong's yet to score tonight.
Well, he's doing a lot of dirty stuff, though. He's a dirty player. I like him.
And it fits right into your mode.
I'm only kidding, Dan. He's a good player. Does a lot of little stuff.
Here's Ford. This is Del Benny now. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Rojas goes down the lane. Joyner, good D, but he bumped him before.
He bumped him on the dribble.
And there'll be a foul here, and that's the 7th on De La Salle, and it'll put Rojas at the line. There's the foul.
You know, Dan, I got to spend a little time with Troy Sullivan. What a great guy he is over there with Clayton Valley, you know. Bunch of great kids, and you know what? Let's face it, they got a great program over there, too, with all their programs, you know. So it's nice to see, you know, to go over there and meet nice people involved with kids. It's great.
Timeout on the floor. Called by De La Salle, up by 13. Rojas will be at the line when we come back. www.gameofweek.com. Don't forget for all your updates on our schedule and what we're going to present and what we've done. You can also go on there and order our games and buy DVDs and tapes. Brentwood Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep. Highway 4 in Brentwood, open every day and every evening. I guess that means they're open like all the time.
24/7, man.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
So if you're like up one night, you're watching like Kate Parson Daly, can't sleep, want to buy a car, Brentwood Dodge is the place to go, right?
That happens to me a couple times a week. I don't know about you. You know,
well, I'm up late watching Carson Daly and can't sleep, but I usually don't go out and buy a car at that time. You go buy a car?
I do hot tubs, cars. Go ahead, Dan.
Hertz Equipment Rental, Dolan's Lumber, Doors and Windows, Brentwood Dodge, Paramount Technology, Velocity Sports Performance, GamePod Combat Airsoft.
And you know, Dan, one thing about that we want people to know, you guys go out and use these businesses because they help us put this on. And if you have a business that wants to help us put it on, we'll give you some advertisement. Call Metal Matt. What's the number, Dan? I want to say 633.
933.
Like I said, 933.
6264.
6264. Ask for Metal Matt.
You probably have to call Natalie to ask her the directions home every night, don't you?
Yeah, well, God bless her anyway. Been 28 years.
4 points for Rojas, 33-21. 6:19 to go. We'll see De La Salle again in February, a week after we see Clayton. So we'll see both these teams again on our schedule.
Against Antioch.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
And them Panthers, who are 12-1, ranked 8th in the East Bay.
It's been a while since you could say that.
I think Gary Scheide and Nick Rodriguez and Joey Fernandez.
No, Alex Sanchez and Jeff Lee in that group was probably
playing. That's right. They were up there a little bit. I think Alex was the player of the year, wasn't he?
He
Alex
was. They beat Pittsburgh 3 times that year.
Yeah.
This is Woodall, 42, guarded by 42. Del Benny on top. They need a bucket or a couple real quick here to get back in this one. Del Benny with the move, misses the shot. Niedermeyer pulls the rebound, and here comes Gunn with Joyner.
Trailer.
Yep, Joyner to the bucket and a foul.
Yeah, you see Joyner filling the lane, trailing. Got him to the line.
And Joyner was about 5 feet behind Gunn when that play started and caught up with him. And here's a nice bounce pass through the D.
Well, what he did, he pushed that Z button on the Madden, you know, Xbox.
And
just exploded on it.
Joyner makes the free throw. He has 7. The foul was on Ford. It's his 4th.
I'd bet you $100 there isn't one kid on that floor who hasn't played Madden Xbox. Not
Probably
one
not.
of them.
Probably. You know, that's something I've never been a huge guy
Oh,
into.
well, that's what they do. Believe me, ask them. That's what they do.
Oh, I know. I know the kids like it now, but
they pick their own teams. He goes, Dad, I got LeBron James. I got
LeBron
I got Nash.
James.
I got Bray.
And I got Shaq.
I got Shaq. I got LeBron playing the small forward. Okay, well, who are you going to play? I mean,
in the real world, Bill Gates and one of the Shahs of Iraq are the only people that can afford that team. Here's a pass. Oh, nice block. Good defense that time.
Gunn, beautiful from the backside.
And here's Gunn. He'll pull it out. They lead by 13.
Nice defensive sequence by him.
Joyner inside to Romer, and it's kicked around and out of bounds. It'll be Clayton's ball. 5th turnover for the Spartans. You know, Steve, De La Salle clearly the class of the league as always.
Oh, yeah.
I think, though, Clayton Valley will be able to play, especially with Menez back, should be able to play with just about everyone else.
Absolutely. I'd like to see the rematch with Menez with these guys.
They beat Liberty pretty soundly the other night. Here's Del Benny with good hustle.
Look at these guys running around like.
Ford uses the glass and gets the roll.
He's got a nice little game, Dan.
9 points for Ford. Back out on top is the leading scorer for the Eagles in this one, down by 11 with 4:40 to play. There's Troy Sullivan on the sideline. And a near steal, and is a steal. Yeah, this is what Clayton's going to have to do if they can get back into this one, Mr. Sanchez. Here's Ford, and he traveled.
That's a walk.
Yep. Lost the handle on it as he tried to go to Del Benny.
He could have walked over to Trader Joe's and got us a couple things over there. But, hey, he's playing a great game. Keep your head up. He's been doing very good. And you know what? One thing I like about Clayton Valley, you know what? They got a lot of heart.
They had a really good Wahid Zafari was a player they liked. He got hurt as well, along with Menez. And he's an underclassman. He'll be back. Don't forget Dolan's Lumber Doors and Windows. It's actually Walnut Creek in Concord, which is pretty
Pleasant
close.
Hill, Walnut Creek, Concord.
Romer, nice kick. Silva for a 3, and it's good. And Silva has 2 threes in the ball game.
Hey, I let that kid shoot a little more from the outside. He looks pretty good from the outside. He's canned a couple threes.
Some of the crowd here tonight. 37-23, biggest lead, 14 points for De La Salle in the ball game. 3:52 to play.
Oh, DeBitty can curly deal it a little bit out there, can't he, Dan?
He's got a little curly in him.
Okay.
Here's Tom. Nice spin move. Wow.
Look at that. Now, see, what he did, he's pissed the X button right there in the Madden. That's the spin move.
He should have pushed it a few times before.
Yeah.
De La Salle working the ball very effectively around the perimeter.
Nice pull out.
And a travel as he picked up his pivot foot. 7 turnovers now for the Spartans. Brandon Smith back in the ball game, number 3.
I see Dave Jackson has learned a little bit of sign language since football.
12-point lead, 3:15 to go. Clayton needs a minor miracle here in this gym to get back in this one.
Yep.
That's a blocking foul. A lot of blocking fouls in this game, Steve.
Yes, there has been.
A lot of contact.
Well, that's what happens when you play good defense. It's going to happen.
Personal foul called on the Spartans, number 11, Paul
And I think we have sports focus here tonight, don't we, Daniel? I see a couple cameras here.
18th foul. Once again, the
4th foul on Romer, 8th team foul on the Spartans. Rojas, a 1-and-1. Can cut it to 10 with 3:10 to play. Makes the first. He has 5.
Did you have nice holidays, Daniel?
Yes, I did.
Very good. Glad to hear it. I had great ones. I was with my family. They get no better than that. I like the new uniforms, huh?
Misses the second. 11-point lead. 3:06 to play.
That's a foul. Reach in.
Foul on Tong.
Yep.
He fouled Gunn. It'll be a 1-and-1 now for both teams. A bonus situation.
The Eagles, number 12, Nick Tong. That's his first foul, but it is the 17th foul.
Contra Costa Clean Water Program and Mr. Funnelhead. 1-800-NO-DUMPING.
22, Lincoln
That's the number to remember, or
Hey,
www.funnelhead.com.
Eddie Bodine.
19th Hole Casino and Lounge in
Steve
Antioch.
Scudero. Thank you guys for jumping aboard again.
Gunn makes the free throw. That's his 7th point.
Returning the game for the Spartans, number 12, Justin Joyner.
There's the old blue over there. They're kind of been quiet.
Gunn makes the second. 8 points for Lincoln here. And a timeout.
They've already been right around that 13 mark for a while. Dan, go ahead.
Lido's Barbershop. You know those boys.
Yeah, there's Lido. There's Jerry Alvarez. David Mendoza right there below the Joe Montana thing. They do a great job there.
Go Cycles.
Go Cycles right there. Kelly and Mark, go see them. They got the biggest assortment of helmets in Northern California for all you guys who like to get out and ride.
Fitness 19 for $19 where you can afford to be fit.
Well, I need to start doing that pretty quick here. I keep saying it, but I got to do it.
Brentwood Dodge, Chrysler. You have been saying that for a while.
Well, I got to wait until, you know, I get better. I'm still not healthy yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you got to let
I got
us
a
know
little
when
operation coming up. I got to get taken care of. Yeah,
right.
so I don't want to get there and get hurt anymore.
That's true.
Yeah, because then I'll get fatter. I mean, the longer you're hurt, the more you don't get active, the more you eat. It's a pattern, Dan. And there's the Deer Valley cheerleaders / Crondelet from across the street.
Yes. They go there and then they come here.
And there's Mrs. Crondelet. She's been here forever, and she's a great gal. Boy, I tell you, they got it going on over here, don't they, Dan? This De La Salle crew, huh? They got some, you know, they pretty much got it happening. You know?
Don't forget Antioch Opticians, Rock Bottom Records, the New Mecca Cafe, Paramount Technology, Velocity Sports Performance, and Game Pod Combat Airsoft.
Yeah, thank you guys. That Game Pod, that stuff's really on the up and up, Dan. On 2nd Street, 522 West 2nd. Shoot somebody legally.
Yeah, it's always better to do it that way.
Well, it's kind of a military thing, Dan. You know, guys get off on that. There you go.
And that ball looks like it's going to be thrown away. But now over and back as Rojas goes back to pick it up, so a turnover. 2:38 to go, 13-point De La Salle lead. 12 turnovers for Clayton Valley.
Travis Ford.
Here's Coach Alaco. Still coaching with 2:38 to go.
Oh, yeah. You never stop coaching in this game.
Here's Gunn. Silva.
Smart play by Gunn. Looked inside, wasn't there. Looked again, wasn't there. Very smart. Bring it out. There's a cutter.
Oh, nice
There's
cutter.
your cutter.
Oh, and then the rebound put back by Joyner is good. Joyner in double figures, and I think he's the first guy tonight in double figures with 10.
Joyner tells Silva, I got your back, dog. Don't worry about it. Put it on up. Keep driving.
He's got 7 in the second half. 41-26, Spartans ahead. Del Benny a 3, no good. Pulled by Gunn.
You notice Gunn, he's got long arms.
6'4" senior. Both these teams were playoff teams last year, Steve, and I anticipate both will probably be playoff teams again.
Long arms are good. Oh, yeah, definitely. They'll both be there when this is all done.
It's De La Salle, who's a Division I team. They made it to the semifinals in Division I last year. You remember, we had a playoff game for you, and Clayton made it to the semis at NorCal's. There's a nice basket by Niedermeyer. He has 4 points.
Real nice play. Those 3-foot jump shots with you got 9-foot arms aren't too hard to make.
They're a little easier to make than you might think.
Right. Well, absolutely, but
good defense. Both Niedermeyer and Joyner.
That's what they do.
Yep,
That's what they do, Dan.
Rojas a 3, no good. Long rebound, Joyner. And this one's pretty much in the can, Steve. 17-point lead.
Coach Alaco, if anybody speeds this up, they'll be on the bench for about a month. Well, then you can do that.
Yep. There's Gunn, and that'll put the final nail in the old coffin. 10 points for Gunn, now with Joyner, the leading scorer, and 45-26.
Well, they're giving up 26, so his career average of giving up under 30. There's a nice shot by DeBenny.
Del Benny has 11. His second 3 in the ball game, 45-29. He's the leading scorer for the Eagles. Timeout. De La Salle, 22nd timeout. 16-point lead, 35 seconds to go.
Coach Alaco's going to put a couple guys in who hasn't played. Go ahead, Dan.
Purchase your copy of this game, UPS shipping included, $25. Call 933-6264 or Game of the Week at Comcast.net.
Yeah, absolutely. Get a DVD. We'll mail it right to your house. We'll leave it on your front door. And the big brown machine to bring it to you. There's a couple nice young ladies, pretty young ladies, enjoying the atmosphere and the game tonight. We going for pie?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, there's our website. Schedule, highlights, news, and more. www.gameoftheweek.com.
Yes, we have our own website now.
I'm going to have to go to that.
You should.
I don't know why.
Game of Week.
Game of Week. Oh. Okay.
Someone probably had Game of the Week already.
Okay, go back to Game of Week. There's a shot of the young folks here. And there's more flags in this place than there was on the parade New Year's Day down at the Pasadena Rose Bowl parade.
And you got all the names and
names of everybody.
Rick Barry's kids went here, and they're all up in there.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's great.
They got it going on over here. They really do.
It's like a small college atmosphere when you come in here.
Yep, it really is.
Jose Rivera, number 4, is in the ball game alongside Mario Adams, number 14. Brandon Thomas, number 20. That's Smith, who's played previously in the ball game, and Romer's still out there. Excuse me, that's Frank. So the second teamers are in for De La Salle here with just 10 seconds to play. Del Benny kicks one off his foot, and then over in the corner, this is number 4, Nick Goff, and then a shot by Matt Bias, who's in the ball game, and that'll do it. So we saw the subs for about 35 seconds. It didn't matter. 45-29 is the final tonight as De La Salle beats Clayton Valley. We'll be back to wrap it up on Comcast after this.
Hi, I'm Rob from Central Tune-Up. Check this out. Oil filter crusher. Did you know that every drained used oil filter that comes off your car still contains up to a cup of used oil? That used oil can destroy our environment and water supply. Do the right thing and place your used oil filter in a clear Ziploc bag and place it on the curb with the rest of the recyclable items. If your city does not have curbside used oil recycling, take it to your nearest certified used oil and filter recycling center. Call ahead for hours and the amount accepted. What more, if all the oil filters that were sold yearly in the United States were recycled, you would have enough steel to build 16 pro sports stadiums. Be good to the earth. Recycle your used oil and filters for a better tomorrow. Call 1-800-NO-DUMPING or check out our website at www.funnelhead.com.
For decades, Dolan's has been providing the finest quality name brands for new construction and home improvement. Superior names like Marvin, Anderson, Milgard, Posey, and more. But it's Dolan's low truckload pricing and tradition of superior customer service that makes this retailer preferred by builders, architects, and homeowners throughout the community. Visit your nearest Dolan's and discover how affordable the very best can be. And join Dolan's in supporting your local teams.
Get ready, Northern California. Mazzei Pontiac Cadillac Buick GMC has a huge selection of new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Mazzei invites you to experience our superior service and selection. Our new state-of-the-art facility and team of experts will make your car buying experience the best in the Bay Area.
Hi, I'm Matt Mazzei. Whether it's a Cadillac Escalade or a GMC truck, I'll guarantee you the right car at the right price. Come by and see us today.
Discover the difference at Mazzei Pontiac Cadillac Buick GMC in the Century Auto Plaza, Pittsburgh.
Looking for quality equipment rental with a helpful, friendly staff? Hertz Equipment Rental of Pacheco has over 4,100 pieces of reliable equipment to choose from, ready for delivery. Or if you're looking to purchase equipment, check out our pre-owned equipment sales list for super bargains on well-maintained pre-owned equipment. With Hertz, you have the right tool to get the job done. That's Hertz Equipment Rental at their new location, 30 South Buchanan Circle in Pacheco. Call Hertz today, 925-680-0316.
It doesn't matter what sport you play. It doesn't matter what position you play. It doesn't matter whether you're turning pro or just starting out. It doesn't even matter how old you are. If you want to maximize your potential, you need Velocity Sports Performance. Velocity Sports Performance. Maximize your potential. We guarantee it.
Is your laptop or home computer driving you crazy? Paramount Technology of Concord has the answers. Located behind Tower Records in Concord, Paramount Technology has it all. Quick in-house laptop repair and servicing, mobile computer service calls, and great customer service for those wishing to have a computer made to your specifications. Your computer wizards with expert service and products for today's computer world. That's Paramount Technology of Concord at 1252 Diamond Boulevard in Concord, the computer wizards of Contra Costa.
Welcome to Clayton Mind and Body Connections, located in charming downtown Clayton, California. Our massage therapists have combined experience of over 25 years. We offer a variety of body treatments to detoxify and soften the skin and to de-stress and deeply relax the whole person. Our esthetician offers a selection of facials that address various skin needs from deep cleansing to acne control. A touch of Napa in Clayton.
Hi, I'm Rocco Bialy, and I'd like to welcome you to Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria here in Walnut Creek. Rocco's is a great place for family dining. In addition to serving the best pizza in the East Bay, Rocco's also serves many classic Italian pasta specialties. Make Rocco's your home for your next team party. Great pizza, great pasta, great people.
Rocco's!
A part of your community.
Back at De La Salle High School, the Spartans win 45-29 tonight on the Comcast Game of the Week. Dan Wall with Lincoln Gunn, our player of the game. And Lincoln, one thing I'm constantly amazed about watching you guys play is the defensive pressure that you guys use on virtually every possession. Tell us a little bit about your defensive game here tonight.
We need to stop Del Benny. We knew he was their main threat, and that was our goal, just to contain him. And if we contained him, we thought we would have a good chance at beating them pretty well.
Now, one thing that Coach Alaco told me yesterday is you've become a little bit more of a complete player in his eyes. A shooter last year, now you can score, play defense, rebound. You proved that tonight with 10.7 rebounds. You saw the nice pass there. We'll show another highlight of you here. Here's a nice layup. Do you feel that you've become a more complete player this year in your senior year?
Yeah, that's what Coach Alaco challenged me to do this summer, just to become more all-around player, rebounding, and that's what my main focus on tonight was rebounding, so I went out there and tried to get every rebound I could.
Do you guys look at this continuing the legacy that's been kind of set forth by the previous teams here, the success? Do you feel that you need to keep building on that year after year?
Yeah, definitely. I think that De La Salle is a great community. Everyone around here is really competitive with the football team and everything, and we just try to, we're trying to go for that state championship like they did that in 2000, and that's our goal, and that's what we strive to do every day, and that's what Coach Alaco pushes us to do.
Well, he's likened you to that team, which was one of the great teams that ever played here. Tell us a little bit about next year. You're going to go to Princeton. I assume that not only can you play basketball, but you read a little bit too,
yeah,
right?
I've got pretty good grades, so
yeah.
that's a good opportunity for me.
Well,
so
that looks like you've got a pretty bright future. Will you play basketball there as well?
Yeah, I'm playing basketball there. So.
Good. Well, congratulations. You're a Brendan Theaters player of the game, and we'll see you again against Antioch in February.
All right, thank you very much.
Lincoln Gunn, our player of the game here on the as the Spartans win 45-29, and we'll see them again in a couple of weeks against Antioch. And Steve Sanchez is going to step back in now, and we're going to wrap this one up. We thank Lincoln and the Spartans for hosting us here tonight, and Lincoln can go see one of the great movies at Brendan Theaters in Concord or Pittsburgh. Steve's going to come back in now. There's Lincoln taking his spot back on the floor as our player of the game. All right, Steve, let's wrap this one up real quick. That was bad. Yeah, you did look like Fred Sanford on that.
You big dummy!
Wow. So just some of the stats. First of all, points in the ball game. John Del Benny, 11, led Clayton Valley, 9 for Travis Ford, 5 for Christian Rojas, and 2 each for Ryan Pfeiffer and Nick Tong. So 29 for Clayton Valley. An interesting stat, offensive rebounds, 8-1. That's a big stat in the ball game. In the game, De La Salle out-rebound Clayton Valley 25-13. The numbers just spell it out. Good defense, good rebounding, you're usually going to win the game.
Yeah, Dan, and talking on that 8-1, you were talking about the perimeter, and that was so true. But Clayton Valley, I didn't see it one time go low to the post on offense. I don't know if they just, it's just, and that was their offense. That's what they did. That's the coach's call. And but you know what? Hats off to Clayton Valley. Drew Menez, not here. Could be the best player in the whole league with Joyner and a couple other people, Eddie Miller, a couple other people, but hats off to them for putting such a good effort on with their top player.
They might have a chance in the rematch at Clayton next month.
You always have a chance.
Also, they forced 12 turnovers tonight. For De La Salle, the leading scorer was Lincoln Gunn. Don't forget, after tonight's game this month, that's Nazareth, who played at the Pound back in October. They're on after the game on Comcast. Let me go through real quickly the scoring for De La Salle. 10 for Gunn with 7 rebounds, 10 for Joyner. 9 for Chris Lynch, 6 for Ryan Silva, 4 for Ethan Niedermeyer, 3 for Rob Frank, and 2 each for Paul Romer and Marcus Schroeder. So Frank-Alaco Spartans now 2-0 in the BVAL. Clayton Valley falls to 1-1. 45-29 tonight, the score from De La Salle, and that's one of our great cameramen, Jeremy, who's usually out here. We have to get him a shirt though, and get, what is this? What is this? What is this right here? Is that from work today? You haven't washed up yet?
Oh, look at, there's Paul Romer's mom, and not only Paul, that's Paula Romer, and I bet that's Kyle Romer's mom also.
You know, you are a genius.
You know, Dan, sometimes it just falls into place like dominoes.
It's unbelievable how you come up with that stuff. Yeah. We're going to wrap this one up and say, remind all of you to watch us next week. A doubleheader from Alhambra, Ocolannis and Alhambra. Also, don't forget to check out our website, GameOfWeek.com. Brand new website for schedule, highlights, news, and more. Check it out. We're going to wrap this up and say goodnight to the great friends of the program here on the Comcast Game of the Week, our first broadcast in 2006. Steve, we've been doing this for 6 seasons now. Can you believe it?
Well, Dan, you know what? I love you, man.
Well, thank you.
What can I tell you?
All right.
I love doing this stuff. I love coming here. I love life. And
anything
I'm going to love that pie we're going for a little bit
later. There you go. Comcast Game of the Week brought to you by these great friends of the program, Rocco's Ristorani and Pizzeria in Walnut Creek.
Thanks for the crew mill.
Contra Costa Clean Water Program and Mr. Funnelhead.
That great actor.
Brendan Theaters. Munich, if you like a mystery. It's Hostel, if you like blood.
Don't go see Hostel because you're going to be deranged. Don't go see that.
There's Terry Edson and one of his great ex-players, Derek Landry. Brentwood Dodge Chrysler and Jeep, 19th Hole Casino and Lounge, Hertz Equipment Rental, Paramount Technology, Velocity Sports Performance, GamePod Combat Airsoft, Antioch Opticians, Rock Bottom Records, New Mecca Cafe, Ghost Cycles, Lito's Barbershop, Fitness 19, the great friends of the program here. Our great crew tonight. We want to wrap this one up. Remind you next week, Ocolannis versus Alhambra. We'll have both games, the girls and the boys, next week for you at 7 o'clock. For Matt Bolander, Dave Jackson, Steve Sanchez, our great Comcast crew, this is Dan Wall reminding you of our final score. De La Salle 45, Clayton Valley 29. This has been a high school sports production brought to you by Comcast in Walnut Creek. Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Good night, everybody.
We are live.